Hello my friends, welcome back to the next video in my Battlefield clan match series. This episode is episode 2 and it was played a couple of days after the previous video on the 4th of August 2012. And just to put this into a little bit of context, August 2012 was the same date that Counter-Strike Global Offensive came out. So CSGO came out, which, I mean, to some people probably feels like this game was out forever, and it should put it into context just how long ago it was this clan match was played. And I remember Counter-Strike coming out at the time actually, and I was really excited for it. I made a video, and in the video I was explaining how great it's going to be, and because it's kind of old school and that it's like just the mechanics of it was a lot. Actually, I mentioned and compared it a bit like Battlefield and said that this is going to be my new Battlefield and stuff like that. It didn't quite turn out. I mean, it turned out for the game. I knew the game would be a success. I didn't think people would still be playing it today, and could never have predicted how well it did on Twitch and things like that. But I was excited for it and downloaded the I think it was just a demo in the Xbox 360, because I would have played on consoles. And the Xbox 360 servers were horrendous. Like they were known for having bad Xbox Live Arcade servers, and the game was so laggy that it was basically unplayable, and I just quit. And I ended up actually, I think I maybe took the video down where I said that I was gonna, I don't know, I can't remember what I said in the video, but I ended up just like taking the video down because I felt like it wasn't relevant anymore, because what I was saying was I was going to start making Counter-Strike videos and all this sort of stuff, but it just didn't work out on console for me. But I just thought I would let you guys know, just like to put it into a little bit of context, that's whenever this match was playing. So I wasn't obviously playing Counter-Strike whenever I was doing these clan matches. So instead, me and my friends were playing some Battlefield. And in this match, again, just like the last match, I'm playing with NS Putrid Razor. And one of my all-time rivals in the game, I used to hate this guy called RAVEL. And you'll see a few games we play against him coming up. But let me just start the match first of all. So I think the match has started already. I may have been, well, yeah, I was a little late to record, unless the clan match hasn't readied up yet. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think this is legit. So I maybe just was a bit late in hitting the record button there. I didn't record straight away. And what it's looked like has happened is Razor has went straight to the flag and died, and I have not done my job well in defending the flag, which is hard to do in Russian border because engineers, it's a very... Oh wait, Razor's just killed RAVEL and he's killed the crazy one, so looks like Razor's got the flag back anyway. But the engineer class, you can see I spawned in as the SMG. The engineer class is hard to use long range, and Russian border is a really long range map. It's just a really big open warehouse. But you need to spawn as engineer for... Oh, I'm going to try and get the C4 kill. Oh, the C4 kill is so, like, sometimes it feels like you press the button but it just doesn't work. But yeah, and I'm spawning as SMG, but I really should be spawning as an engineer here and getting as many landmines on my flag as I can. But I guess I've decided to spawn as SMG, probably to C4 the flag. Oh, run out. Oh, there's a little like glitchy animation with the reloading of the C4 sometimes, where like you try and reload your C4 to throw another one, and all you get is a hand, and you don't know whether you're holding a detonator or you're holding the C4, so you have to kind of reload again. So yeah, RAVEL was like a big rival of mine. Like sometimes you met people in the game that you just clashed with. You never became friends with them. You always played against them, and you always like disliked them. And there he just kills me, and that's probably part of the reason why I didn't like him. He was a really good player actually, and I can't really say for sure, but he reminds me of one of these guys that just all he played was this game, and like since the game came out, that's all he played. So Oh, we've got... Am I going to grenade him? Wow. That was an epic return, because I had landmines on the flag and he just didn't drive away on time. And I'm going to pick up Razor here by the looks of it and drive him back to the flag. That worked out quite well. Oh, I'm not at a good angle. Oh no, we're getting shot at. Oh no, Razor's jumped out the worst. We're not even getting shot. Okay, we got the capture. That was an instance where I mentioned this in my CTF video, where you can get like awkward capture sometimes depending on where you're sitting in the car, and that could have went horribly wrong there because we were getting shot at. Oh, nice C4 kill. I could hear the car moving up to the flag, so I knew to switch to my C4 and just get that C4 out and right on time, just as the flag's being picked up. It's like the perfect time to use your C4. I don't know if Ravel's still alive in here. Okay, so we're 1 up. It's looking pretty good for us. Usually I would spawn with more landmines, but I guess I just didn't like the engineer kit for this map because I wasn't able to kill Ravel at the start with the shotgun. And I'm just going to wait here with C4 because we're winning the match, so all we need to do is really defend. Yeah, I can hear a fast mover. He's jumped out. And he's probably going to go up to the flag. He was like inspecting the flag to make sure there was no C4 on it. I'm sort of hoping he just picks up the flag, but I don't think he's going to. That was really strange. I'm pretty sure I threw a C4 and I don't know if that was like a glitched animation on the C4, but I'm pretty sure I threw a C4 at that car and it didn't blow up, but instead it blew up the C4 I had on my flag. And this could work out. Oh no, Razor's got a car, so he doesn't need a lift. But looks like he may be able to capture another flag here. Loads of landmines, enemy landmines all over the flag. Nice capture. So we're 2-0 up. Nice position to be in. Russian Border was always one of my favourite maps, and I would always have a lot of confidence going into it. I mean, me and Razor would have been quietly confident that we would do at least well on this map because we know it so well, we've played it so many times, it's like one of our favourite maps. And when you get to know a map so well, you just... there's like an instinct in how to play it as well. And maybe other people wouldn't be as familiar with it as we would, so there was just something about that map that really clicked with me, so I would always be... Oh, and the crazy one just quit. So this is where it all falls down, unfortunately. I didn't want to mention it at the start of the video, and I wasn't sure whether or not to show this video because from this point on I'm kind of spoiling the end of the video here, but no one else joins back in, so I actually kind of feel bad for Ravel here. Ravel's on his own, and it's hard. I can't say whether or not it was lag that... In fact, I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because if it was lag, he would have joined back in. TLC Crazy One would have joined back into the match, but he doesn't, so I just think it's... Oh wait, I've got a message. He no longer wants to be my friend. I'm not surprised. You know, the funny thing is, because this was like one of our first ever matches, no one would have known. Like, our stats would have been really basic. They would have been tiny. So we kind of had that element of surprise where people didn't know who we were. We didn't have a name for ourselves on the PlayStation 2, so people would have just played us. And maybe the crazy one is just like some random guy that Ravel knows, and he's not really one of his friends, so he can't really rely on him. And he's just started up the match, seen our stats, and just thought like, oh, these guys are going to be easy, so we'll just start up. But it turns out because we were winning the game. Oh, nice rocket! That was a really, like, I aimed for his feet there. But I mean, I wouldn't, like, there would be no disrespect for Ravel leaving right now, to be honest, but he does stay to the bitter end. And it's like, he's obviously not going to win, but I think he's just staying for badness, just because he doesn't like to lose or doesn't like to quit. So he's just going to toy with us probably and try and get a few kills on us. Oh, that was a really nice pistol kill. You know this is one of the first games we ever played, because I'm just like, I would normally quick shot that shotgun like crazy, but I wasn't doing it. So you can tell that this is one of the first matches, because I wasn't even good enough with the controls or anything to actually quick switch or anything like that. But yeah, Ravel was one of, like, there were certain players in the game that you would just clash with. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. Like, I just didn't like playing against him. And it was because he was good as well. Like, he would usually beat me, and especially if, like, say, like, we played Cold Front, which I think we did it. I think we had a clan match against him in Cold Front, and he was so much better than me, like 1v1 with the assault rifle. You'll see I'm killing him here now, but it's like I'm killing him in ways that, like, he doesn't see me, and I'm just like getting a lucky rocket shot and then just like whipping my pistol out and then shooting him with that. So it's not really a fair 1v1, like who's the most accurate, who's the quickest. It's not really like that. I'm just like, I'm getting kills on him, but I'm not really trying to charge at him or just, you know, anything like that. And I'd say he definitely was a better on ground than I was. Oh, that was pretty cool there. I waited for him to dive to the ground. That was like a little trick you could do with the rocket. Like, never fire your rocket until they dive to the ground, because then you've got a nice flat surface to aim for. But right now I'm not even really bothered. Like, whenever matches this happens, like where people quit out or the teams become unbalanced, to me the challenge leaves the game, and then I don't even try anymore, because like there's no fun. Like, to me it's not really a win anymore. If you're stacking the other team, you've got an unfair advantage. It just derails the game. But on the other hand, I was debating whether or not to put this in this video, and I still think, even though this was you could say, oh, this was an easy win because there's only, like, it's 2 versus 1, but to generate the circumstances for the guy leaving, we had to be winning the match, okay? So the crazy one wouldn't have left unless we were winning the match. Like, so if we were just getting killed over and over, and they were scoring flags and they were getting like lots of points and getting great kill death ratio, crazy one would have stayed in the game. So although this could, like, people could look at this and this could go down as, oh well, you got an easy win, we had to work hard for the to be leading the game and to, like, put them off enough to start, like, quitting out. And that, like, could genuinely be, like, almost a tactic for some. There's some players in the game that were really high maintenance. Oh yeah, I have to move on to the other. I record this in 2 parts. Let's see if this loads up okay. Yeah, so, like, some people were so high maintenance that if you just bugged them enough, they would quit because their kill death wasn't doing too well or whatever. And, like, you could find ways of annoying people enough that they would quit, and it was actually really funny to see people, like, high maintenance players, like, get so pissed off that they would just leave and just, like, break down their morale, I guess you could call it. And I'm just messing about now. Like, look, like, what I'm doing right now doesn't make any sense. I'm just randomly jumping into boxes. Like, I'm just, like, messing about, basically. I don't really even care anymore. And, like, the way I kind of see it in some, and I've done it before where, like, it's 1v1 and I'll just, like, hang back and not, or 2v1 and I'll just hang back and not do anything. But one of the other reasons I wanted to show this video as well is just to show you how easily a clan match can derail. Oh no, this could be dangerous actually. He could, if Ravel kills me here. Oh, he's got a good, whoa, and he's got a, oh, he's not even picking up. He could have actually picked up our flag there and jumped in that fast mover and probably got an easy capture there, but he didn't. But yeah, when it's 2v2, it doesn't take a lot for the game for something bad to happen. Like if that was lag, for example, like let's say like the game was hit with a lag spike, I could lag out, and then sometimes it takes like a minute or two to get back in. And so by the time I get back in, the enemy team could have scored 2 flags, and then that's the game over. So little things like that can happen. And I will say that just so you're not put off by watching the rest of the series, this doesn't happen often. This is like this was quite rare actually, and the servers were pretty good. There wasn't that much. There weren't many lag outs. That rarely happened on the PS2. I know it happened on the Xbox a few times, but and actually another thing that can happen, and it happened to me before, where if there's a lag spike and a few people are kicked out, but some on the enemy team remain, they actually get the win. So if me and Putrid both lagged out, we it would go down as a loss as if we quit the game and just like they beat us because we left, sort of thing. But fortunately it doesn't happen very often. So oh, we kill each other. See, that's... Yeah, he usually beat me in gun games, and it's funny how you get these little rivalries though, and sometimes you have a rivalry, you hate someone's guts, and then all of a sudden you'll actually become friends with them at some point because of... Maybe you'll play publicly with them sometime, and then you're just like... You know, like sometimes you're like... You actually make... Even though you're enemies, like you'll stick up for each other, like if something... Like I remember sometimes like I hated some people, but like in a public match, like someone was messing about team killing or something, and like someone who I would consider like an enemy of mine would actually come in and defend me and come in and vote to kick the team killer and stuff, and you kind of like then can become friends with people. But RAVEL was someone I never became friends with, someone like some people you just never become friendly with. So there was always a huge rivalry with me and RAVEL, and I always... But these kind of things, it made you want to play even more because you wanted to beat him. It just like gave you that, like, that's what kept you coming back. It's like, you know. But anyway, you'll see more of RAVEL probably in the future, a few more matches. This is not the last you'll see of him. And I didn't even get a chance really to talk about Razor in this. Like I meant to like dedicate some time to the start of the video to talk about Razor and how I met him and things like that. So I guess I'll take a little bit of time now. So I actually met Razor on the original Xbox towards the end of its lifetime. He was friendly with a guy called UK Apache, and I can't remember, like, I'd love to talk to Razor about this, and if you're watching Razor then please do get in contact. Oh nice, I'm sneaking up. Oh my god, I'm going to try and knife him. No! No! Oh, I messed that up so badly. That would have been funny though. But yeah, I'm not sure which clan Razor and Apache were in before, but I know they were in a big clan, and because it was near the end of the game, that big clan I think disbanded, or for whatever reason Apache decided to leave. And because Apache and Razor were really good friends, Apache joined Nomad Souls, and that's a kind of funny story in itself, but he joined and brung Razor over, so we got like 2 really good players. Like Razor was really good on ground, and at that time, at the end of the life, I don't even think Razor played CTF much. I think I need to talk to him about it, but I think he was well, I know he was a Conquest player with Apache, but he got into CTF because Nomad Souls were a CTF clan. Actually, I think he really liked it in the end. But what ended up happening with Razor was, so me, Razor and Apache, we all went over to the 360 at some point, and I set up Nomad Souls on the Xbox 360, and when Apache and Razor came over, am I going to die here? Whoa, that was really, I had like 1 bar of health. I don't know how I didn't die there. I know jumping off that takes some health off you, but I was really lucky. So I started the clan on the 360, and I mentioned this in a previous video, but I didn't like the way you could drop servers, and it put me off the game, so I quit the game, and I gave the clan to UK Apache and Razor, and they took the clan and just ran with it and got the clan so many wins and did far more than I would have ever done with it on the Xbox 360. So him and Apache were, I'm pretty sure, Putrid would have been a co-leader with Apache, and I was again just friendly with Apache and Razor, still like kept in contact. And then whenever it came to me wanting to go back to the PlayStation 2, Razor was obviously someone who agreed to come back with me, and I'm really glad he did, because I was pretty decent at defending the flag, and I think you'll see that more in their videos. I'm just messing right now. You're wondering probably what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to like climb up onto the roof, just messing about. Like to me, this game just I'm not interested in it anymore. But yeah, I'm sure I'll probably get to talk about Razor a little bit more in later videos. But he's a really look at his like ratio there. He's like 17 kills for 9 deaths. Like he's just really always quite like, I rarely see him play badly, and Ravel's a really good player too, so he's holding his own against Ravel here. Considering this, now you have to bear in mind this was one of our first clan matches. This was our second clan match, certainly the second one that I recorded, and I would have been this would have been the second one, because I definitely would have been recording the first few, because I didn't know how long this was going to last. You have to remember, whenever we were doing this, I think we played over 90 to 100 clan matches, and I didn't know, for all I knew, this was a one-off and we would never have went back to it and played it again. So I was recording when I could, you know. But nothing else. I'm not even going to play the rest of this video because nothing else happens. Like if I skip to like 10 minutes in, you'll see all I've done is like got 2 more points. I'm not even really trying or doing much. So I guess I go for one last flag here, and I'll leave it at that, because there's not really much else to talk about. I'm really hoping that I've got back in contact with Razor. I've managed to get hold of his phone number. We were in contact through text messages, because PlayStation 2 didn't have it did have text and stuff. You could chat in game, but it wasn't really great for leaving each other messages and stuff or getting in contact. So me and Razor had each other's phone numbers, and we would text each other like, "Oh, I'm going on tonight, are you coming on?" kind of thing. So I managed, and I kind of had to track down his number again, and I managed to get back in contact with him. So I'm hoping that he comes on at some point. Maybe I get to chat to him in an episode or something. Maybe even, I don't know, a podcast or something. Because I've got some questions. I want to know, like, what clan did he used to be on? I don't even know any of that stuff anymore. So I'd love to actually talk to him about it. So that was it. No, I quit. I didn't even record the. Usually I'll like let the thing play and show the stats at the end of that level, but I just didn't even care. I just like stopped recording because it wasn't an interesting match to me. I probably didn't even intend to ever do anything with that match, but like I said, this is all about preservation, and I want to try and I don't want to pick and choose like, oh, this was a good game, we did quite well in this game, or look at, something cool happened in this one, so I'll show this one. Like I just want to just play it as it happened, as the matches unfolded, and so I think it's important just to show every single clan match. So anyway, until the next one, thanks for stopping by. I should have another video up very soon, and please remember to subscribe to check out and keep up with any other Battlefield videos that I'm working on. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.